and he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Then into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Well, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Mixon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tougher rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. They find some open field here. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to 1st.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Running right, Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, 31 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
The Burrows throw into the hands of Sample. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The give to Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. The give is to Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jones. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates. This is Jones. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On 3rd down, here's Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about B.O.M.B.S looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she brought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLS got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. It be coming like this on the intro, what they here for. If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down in.
On 2.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man, and right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Jones. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, take 26. Plant.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 40 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not had to do more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it with Pirine. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Samaje Pirine denied on fourth down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Here we go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Finding space at the 40. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got his man. It's B.O.M.B.S. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Crosby connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Back to Mixon on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
They'll try and run with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Able to find Lazard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Jones again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Crosby is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
To throw, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a row, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback in his offense.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running right, Jones. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.